Welcome to the cockpit. My name's Ryan, and I'll be your pilot tonight. This preview stream brought to you by, powered by BetUS. If you guys want to head over to BetUS, they've got some props, some bets for the game this weekend. Get a 150% bonus match on your first deposit up to $2,000 using YouTube 150. The total points scored is what I'm looking at, 39 points. Both these teams struggling a little bit on the scoring of the points side of things. Jets a little bit worse, scoring about 19 points a game. Steelers sitting at about 22 points a game, I believe was the number I saw. Jets defense, pretty stout. Obviously looking for a bounce-back game after having a rough go of it against Josh Allen last week. I do think the under is still looking good for me. I know we just got Davante Adams. We're all excited about that. I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified of what this... The overs haven't done well for us this year overall. So I think I would err on the side of the under here. And as far as the spread goes, look, it's basically a coin flip game. It seems like they don't know who is going to be better. Obviously, Russell Wilson starting at quarterback first time this season after Fields had taken the team to 4-2. I think the Steelers probably making a calculated miscalculation. Maybe is that how you want to say it? I would take Jets money line here and the under on the points, if anything. If you didn't want to touch the points, I would understand that as well. Boys and girls, I am excited to talk to you a little bit about my thoughts going into this game, things that I think might be important, and things that I think will obviously rear its head. I will be doing another game stream Sunday night, so if you guys want to hang out and watch a little football, catch everything in real time, I'll be live for that. If you are watching the stream, I have two different streams going. I have the landscape stream where you can see the normal setup, and then I have the shorts version of the stream. So if you're watching it in vertical and you're like, hey, what the heck's going on? Head over to the landscape version of the stream. It is purely for discovery purposes on my side. But make sure you hit that like button on the way in here. Nice little Saturday morning stream. I'm going to do this for about... I don't know, a half hour or so. I've got a wedding I got to go to. So I got to get dressed for that. Got to look good. Mark and Kayla, congratulations. Very excited to see everyone out today. But the Jets are playing the Steelers, right? And there's some glaring differences between the two teams that I can kind of go through. And let's go through the offense on each side, the defense on each side, and whatnot. Offensively, the Jets look to have a ton of firepower. You know, obviously the running backs are studs. You got, hoping we can kind of overcome the hurdles that were early on in this season. Breece Hall had a great game last week, albeit against a Bills defense that is struggling a little bit against the running game. So can the Jets continue to keep that going up against a very, very good defense with the Steelers? As far as the weapons are concerned, Garrett Wilson, Davante Adams, Allen Lazard seem to have a lot more chemistry with Aaron Rodgers. And how does that impact this game? Does it open up more running lanes? How do the Steelers respond to this? Do we see Mike Williams at all? We've seen a whole bunch of comments. I shouldn't say a whole bunch of comments from Mike Williams, but we've seen Mike Williams not participate in two practices due to personal reasons. He participated yesterday, and he's expecting to play today. So do we expect him to get much work, if any? It's going to be interesting to see. I would really like to see Davante Adams and Lazard on the outside with Garrett Wilson in the slot with Breece and Braylon in the backfield. I think the tight ends really haven't carried their salt. If you had to sub one in, it would just be Conklin for like Lazard or something along those lines, or Conklin for Allen. But I would very much like to rely on our weapons, the passing game, to open up our running game. I don't think it's been a great run to open up the pass season for us. But Todd Downing-Kong plays. Look, last week I thought it flowed a lot better. It just seemed like the Jets came out firing, and I feel like if you can have that kind of energy early on in the game and you can get the Steelers into situations where Russell Wilson now has to throw the ball, it plays to our benefit. Our secondary is the strength of our team. We do not want teams being able to run on us consistently. And if we get down early on in this game, they're going to allow Najee Harris to then try to take advantage of our less than stellar run defense performance. I am grateful, looking at the Steelers' offensive side of things, that they decided to play Russell Wilson instead of Justin Fields. Now, I hope I'm not eating those words come Monday morning, but looking at the two, we beat Russell Wilson last year with a, inept, inept Zach Wilson and inept offense. So I do think this offense is better. I do think Russell Wilson isn't what he used to be. And I think Justin Fields probably would have caused some more problems with his running ability. Now, both quarterbacks can extend the play. I think the opportunities the Jets are going to get are to delay their throw as long as possible. I believe quarterbacks have had the fourth longest amount of time to throw on this Jets defense, which implies the Jets secondary is holding their own for way longer than they should be asked to. And the Jets pass rush just has not been getting home quick enough. We are finishing sacks. We're 20 sacks in this season, which I believe is third or fourth in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Third or fourth in the league. If we could just get there a little bit quicker, we'd have so many more sacks. The secondary is so good. Not to mention we haven't really been playing with leads, so we haven't had the opportunity to pass rush as much. So there's some stuff that the Jets can absolutely benefit from. Now, secondary-wise, I see Joe S. in the chat. I'll get to the comment questions in just a second, but he brings up a good point. The Jets secondary is hobbled right now. Michael Carter banged up. Reed banged up. Clark on the short-term IR. Jet fans calling to sign Jamal Adams. No, not happening. But the secondary is going to struggle a little bit more than maybe we would in other games. Now, I am excited to see Eccles and Stiggers. I thought both of them have played well this season. I would hope that we get to see Sauce on Pickens a little more consistently this week and then, kind of eliminate him from the game as best we can. I do think that they're going to try and, they're going to test some of our young corners. I like Stiggers. I like Eccles. So I'm not overly concerned. The safeties are probably a little bit more concerning. Do we see more Mills back there? Do we see Ashton Davis again? He got beat like a drum a few times last week against the Bills. Didn't really love that. I'd like to see us play a little bit more linebackers. Give me Sherwood, give me Quincy, give me CJ on the field. Let's commit to stopping the run this week. Don't allow Najee Harris to get going. I'd much rather let Russell Wilson beat us and try to beat us in our secondary than allow Najee Harris to just run wild and eat clock and all that. So that's kind of where I stand on that. From a defensive side of the ball, Steelers are stout. TJ Watt, legit. Absolutely legit. Can this Jets offensive line protect Aaron Rodgers the way they did last week? Look, honestly, last week, Rodgers faced the least amount of pressure of any quarterback in the NFL, I'm pretty sure. I think it was like 15% of his dropbacks he was pressured. So do we get to see more of that? Morgan Moses back in the lineup, I think, is a huge boost. Can Tyron Smith bounce back and have a good game? I thought last week's offensive line performance was one of the best I shouldn't say one of the best, but I thought they did all right. Tyron struggling. Struggle bus a little bit. I'm not calling for Olu by any means, but very much struggling early on with the pass blocking for Mr. Tyron Smith. All right, let's go into some of your comment questions. I want to hear from you guys, see what you got going on. Angel, Ryan, you my goat. Love having you in here. Dakota, I saw you hop into the vertical stream and then come over to the horizontal stream. If you guys are in the straight up and down stream and you want to come over to the horizontal stream, just click on my homepage and hop on over. For discovery purposes, we're trying to push it out to two different, the short shelf and obviously the regular YouTube side of things. But I will be pulling comments from both sides. So if you like the vertical side of things, we're going to be doing it from there too. E-Man report says, worst decision in Tomlin's career. Yeah, look, that's what I should bring up too. Not necessarily a terrible decision by Mike Tomlin like we feel, but that the coaching discrepancy between the Jets and the Steelers. Tomlin might be one of the best head coaches in the NFL. You're talking top 3, top 5 head coach at worst. Longest tenured head coach. Guy's a stud. Guy's an absolute stud. You look at the Jets side of things, while we are trending in a direction I think a lot of us like, Downing calling plays, Ulbrich holding players a little bit more accountable, I think it's clearly an advantage for the Steelers. So as much as we want to say worst decision in Tomlin's career, are we really in a position to be throwing stones in a glass house? I don't think so. Kashmir, I think It is now. We need to win these next two. We have to. We have to. If you don't win this one, this is a big game with implications for the wild card. The wild card, I do think this the Ravens end up winning the North. I think right now we've put ourselves in a hole against the Bills. So unless we go on a run and the Bills start losing a few games, we got to at least operate in a we need to at least make a wild card game sort of mindset. So you got to win every single one of these games against these neck and neck AFC opponents, and this one's going to come down to it. 10-7 is the mark you want to try and get to. There hasn't been a team at 10-7 that has not made the playoffs since the format has been changed. So since we've gone to 17 games and 3 wild cards, 10-7 does get you in the playoffs. So that's where we're trying to get to right now. Wah, NYC. Just popping in to say Tomlin is no idiot. If he thinks Russ has a better shot against our D, then you better watch out and hope Wilson doesn't pick us apart. Wah, I completely agree. Just saying that Tomlin should be given the benefit of the doubt given how long he's been in this league right now. Steven, I feel we'll see both quarterbacks in different packages. I could see that. I don't understand why we haven't seen a team utilize Justin Fields quite that same way. Maybe it's sort of like an alpha dog mentality where it's like, oh, who's going to throw it? Who's going to run it? But I'd like to see that. Not that I want to see it. I don't want to see them do that to us. But I feel like you could see it. They could throw a wrinkle in there. There was a part of me that kind of thought maybe this is all smoke and mirrors, and they're just going to play Fields, and they wanted us to prepare for Russell Wilson, and it's like they're going to pull the carpet out from under us. Little, pull the football away from Charlie Brown type of action. J-Boy, it's a lie because all 31 teams know that just a little lie, and this team comes out flat, slow, weak. It's becoming sad how this team can't show up. Look, new head coach. Hopefully we could show up. I thought last week, there were issues, but I think we were trending in the right direction. Hopefully Zerline can make his kicks this week. Oh, Fungus Among Us, hit that like button. Thank you so much. Hit them milk thumbs.
Milk thumbs.
Boys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in. Rusty, Jets gave up 16 sacks this season and are now going up against the best pass rushers in the NFL. Yeah, look, it's been a problem for the Jets. I'm not going to lie. I do think having Devontae Adams here and the offense clicking a little bit more is going to help our sacks given up. Last week we had the least amount of pressure of any quarterback, least amount of pressure against Rodgers of any quarterback on passing sets. It was 15% pass rush pressure rate from my understanding. GVH, I'd say stopping their run game. Harris, their speedster, or Fields if he plays, because our cornerbacks hurt our linebackers got to step up because our cornerbacks are hurt. So yes, I do agree. I think Harris is the one you got to try and stop. I have a poll question in the chat if you'd like to do that. Vertical stream, I did not set it up into there. I really should. Biggest key to the game, Rodgers-Adams connection, stopping Najee Harris, Steelers defense versus Jets offense, or Russell Wilson. Right now, with 42% of the vote, Steelers defense versus Jets offense is the biggest leader in the clubhouse, and obviously the Rodgers-Adams connection at 35%. So that's what it seems to be. Everyone's kind of keeping an eye on how we can attack their strength. And us right now, I feel like our offense, while we're not scoring a crazy ton of points, is sort of a strength right now, given the injuries on our defense. Sarah, this was a business decision. Fields was reaching the threshold for that 6th round pick, turning into a 4th round pick. They had to sit him because of this. Oh man, that would be really shitty if you wanted to sit the better quarterback because you were worried about giving up a 4th round pick when you're 4-2. I hope that's not the case for Fields. I've always really liked Fields. I would have been fine with the Jets taking him that year, but that would be a bad move. I feel like you should ride the hot hand. Fields been struggling. He can't hit the broadside of a barn, so there's some issues there. I think they just want to see the higher ceiling, which is what Russell Wilson probably can attain. I can see us selling a lot of players week 9. I hope not. If we lose this game and the Patriots game, yeah, our season's over. I don't want to see us selling any players. If you want to say Mike Williams, and maybe we're not selling in the sense of like losing, Mike Williams, I think, is probably going to get traded. I don't really want him traded. If it is for some kind of compensation, I want a player back for this year. Azeez Ojulari, edge rusher from the Giants, who is currently he's going to be playing until Kayvon comes back, which I think is this week or next week. You got Jadeveon Clowney. Are there other defensive linemen across the league? Will the Chargers throw some defensive linemen at us? Obviously not like a Bosa or something like that, but can we get an edge rusher to help shoot us in the arm? I feel like that would be the biggest benefit to us. Rusty says the Steelers are getting 4 to 5 sacks. I hope not. I really hope not. I hope the Steelers are getting 4 to 5 sacks on their own quarterback. J-Boy, Fields will have 300 yards rushing. Fields ain't playing. Fingers crossed. He would have 300 yards rushing if he stayed. Joe says 2-5 is a tough road to climb. It is. It is. You can't really be fighting back from that. That is a very tough amount of games to try and come back from, especially when you consider 10-7 is kind of the floor. You can only lose 2 more games the rest of the way out, and you've already lost 5. That's a bad look for us. Any word on the Jets trying to get back Jefferson from the Browns? I haven't heard anything. There's a lot of speculation among fans since Jefferson hasn't been playing that there could be a trade in the works. I would say if he's not traded by the deadline, there's a chance he might just get cut or waived from the Browns. I would throw a conditional 7th round pick if he's on the roster, next year or something, whatever. Throw something at him just to get him in. I think it would make a lot of sense. We need help on the D-line. Pump of Wall Street, you look hella nice in vertical. Thank you. It is my slender frame. I don't know if I'm actually not in the center of the frame on the vertical one. Got to change the camera a little bit. That's all right. The Jets are infamous for resuscitating opponents' careers. I predict Russell Wilson will light up the Jets like an MVP Pro Bowler. Yeah, that would be kind of, par for the course, right? Jets go on prime time. We do our prime time thing where we just lose in terrible fashion. What is this? 4th primetime game now? We had the Monday night versus the Bills. We had Thursday night or Monday night versus the 49ers. We had the Thursday night versus the Patriots. So yeah, this is our 4th one. Am I mistaken on that? I don't think I am. I think that's right. Got to take advantage of some opponents. Apparently the little one is awake. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's all right. J-Boy, it's such a lie, though, to confuse the D, and oh God, it will. I don't really know what you're talking about in there. Your advantage is the Steelers have no offense. Yeah, that's honestly, you're not wrong, Sarah. Dakota, Devontae, since 2018, has 653 receptions. NFL ranks first, 8,179 yards. NFL ranked second, and 70 receiving touchdowns. NFL ranked first. Is that really it? 70. He had 60. Oh, because it was an earlier time frame with Rodgers. Yeah. Hey, you know what? He's still a baller. Jets are going to have an opportunity here, and I think I'm excited. There was a prop on BetUS to will Devontae Adams score a touchdown. I would put $100 on it. If there's one thing I feel confident in, it's Aaron Rodgers is going to force the ball to Devontae Adams so they can do a Devontae Adams thing. They're going to be so pumped. I would be shocked if Devontae did not score a touchdown this week. I trust your offense more than the Steelers' offense. Sarah, which team do you root for? I'm curious to know because it doesn't seem like you're a Jet or Steelers fan. Is trading for Sheldon Rankins off the table? Is he with the Steelers still? Or with the Saints still? I thought that's where he went to. I would, if you could just, hey, JFM, well, oops, we're going to just take you back real quick. Rankins, we're going to take you back. Jefferson, come on over. Huff. Yeah. Not happening. Send the next 2 first to Las Vegas for Max Crosby. I would have absolutely done that. If they told me, hey, the Jets gave up a 1st-round pick or 2 first-round picks for Devontae Adams and Max Crosby, I'd probably just say, okay, whatever. That's a lot to give up and a lot to put your chips on the table for. But okay, Crosby's a baller. Now, I think you could probably get an edge rusher, clearly not of Crosby's caliber, but for significantly less. I think the Jets' defense is really, really good. And I don't know if you necessarily need elite edge rusher, but man, that would be a hell of an addition. Sarah's a Vikings fan. Sarah, did you just find this channel because the Jets play the Vikings, or did you follow prior? Interested to know. Glad to have you here either way. I'm a big Sam Darnold fan. I thought Sam was going to be our guy for the longest time. So I'm pulling for you guys. Oddly enough, I like the Vikings and I like Detroit. That's my two teams in the NFC this year. Not that you want to hear that. House of Red Wine says, I thought Braden McGregor was pretty good in pass rush. I'd like to see him a little bit more. Him and LT3. Why not? Just try something different on the defensive line. I don't really want to see Clemens out there so much anymore. Just JQ. Being a Rodgers fan the past 12 years, still can't believe we got Davante. I remember I was on a date at the movies with my ex. When he got traded from Green Bay, I just walked out of the theater. Oh, dude, I've had moments like that where someone gets traded that I'm just absolutely crushed about. Or like, I'm trying to think a Jets player that I would have been really upset with that we moved. I mean, Revis. Revis was probably the one that was like, really? I knew it was coming because of the contract and everything and because of the injury. That one hurt. It probably hurt more him going to New England after that than anything else. Cashmere. What do you think the Jets will do if they don't make the playoffs? Do you still think Adams and Rodgers will still be here? I think it really just depends on Rodgers wanting to play. I don't think Rodgers is going to go to a third team. I think it's a Jet. I think he's going to stay a Jet or he's going to retire. If he retires, then I think Davante gets cut and he winds up leaving. Unless the Jets can trade him, that would be really cool. But I don't know if I see that happening. I think they'd just cut him and let him walk. I think if Rodgers wants to play, then clearly they will restructure Davante's contract. Missing the playoffs, man, that is going to be tough to overcome. That's going to be tough to overcome. Rodgers looks sharp. I mean, the earlier on, I would say the Vikings game, Rodgers did not look sharp. And I thought, oh, man, he's starting to show his age. But last week's game, some of the dots he threw, the one to, was it Lazard or Conklin up the seam, where it like went right between the cornerback's like hip and arm, that was a beautiful throw. Absolutely beautiful throw. Sarah says she comes here often. Y'all my AFC team. Well, thank you, Sarah. It's greatly appreciated. J-Boy says, Adams, Wilson, Lazard, Williams, Hall. Oh, my God, how does that lose? Well, we've been saying that all season, right? Like, even without Davante Adams. We should have been able to put up some kind of, offensive firepower, and it just hasn't clicked. But Todd Downing calling plays last week, I feel like did click, and now the spark of Davante Adams should get everyone up. Sharon, we have to block. That would do it. Yeah. Can't give up sacks. What's up, Wild Wave? Good to see you in there. J-Boy said the Revis one almost made me quit on this team. I was so mad. I was in college when that happened. Ryan, you giving up 2 firsts for Mad Max? Not at this point, no. If you had said like, oh, the Jets traded, I don't know, for Davante and Max, and the cost was 2 firsts, I would have just been like, all right, that's cool, whatever. Now that we got Davante for a third, I don't know how much I really want to give up 2 firsts for Max Crosby. But I do want to win, right? If you could figure out some sort of escalating clause or something like that, why not? I don't care. Oh, you got gummy? Oh, that's fun. We're talking a little Jets football. You want to talk a little Jets football with us? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is Shay, my little co-pilot. You want to wear Daddy's hat? No? Okay. Shay's got a gummy. We're just going to hang out for a little bit. So we're going to take this to 11:45. Yeah, it's a microphone. You want to talk into it? You say jets, jets, jets? There we go. That's my girl. DJ Gig says, hey, Shay. See? Wild Wave gives you a salute. Sarah says hello.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can play with that.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to play with that? I got little fidget things.
My turn.
You can play with it. It's your turn. There you go. You play with that. Daddy will talk to the crowd. Caden says, Tyron needs to play better. I completely agree. Completely agree. Reed is out. Is he officially out? I didn't actually. I've been busy the last few days. That sucks. I guess I sort of expected that. Kashmir, how Tyron go from being an all-pro last year to completely average at best? Because he's on the Jets. That's how this works. we get good players on the Jets and they stink all of a sudden.
Right here.
Yeah, that's your gummy.
You make gummy?
Yeah, it's your gummy. You eat it. Can you show me how to eat it? Can you show me how to eat the gummy? Oh, you're pretend eating the gummy. Okay. Wild Wave, our schedule isn't even hard. We make it hard. We should be at least 4-2. Yeah, we're like 2 plays away from being 4-2. And I think we have the 5th easiest schedule the rest of the way out. Just got to do it. You can do it. Nose kill. Shay, now we finally get unfiltered opinions without agenda. What do you think? The Jets are going to win? Joe S. thinks you should call the plays on offense. Krusty Krab's asking if we were Mets fans. We are rooting for the Mets. We are also rooting for the Yankees. I would say I'm not a baseball fan. I grew up more of I don't know. I went to a lot of Mets games early on. My dad was a Mets fan. Because of where I live, it's just easier to get to Yankee Stadium. So when we did go to baseball games, I saw more Yankee games. I guess I would probably say more of a Yankee fan, but I'm excited. This Mets team is awesome. I've had a rush going through the playoffs. Been jumping out of my seat. Joe S. Mike Williams, not coming back next year. Might as well get something in return for the defense. Yeah, look, I would love to trade him to get a defensive lineman. Yeah. If we can get a defensive lineman for Mike Williams, I feel like that would be the way to go. But if you're not going to get anything, you're just going to get a draft pick, I'd be kind of bummed. Because God forbid you lose Devontae Adams, or God forbid you lose Alan Lazard, or you lose Garrett Wilson, then you at least have a number 2 wide receiver in the hopper ready to go. Yeah? Oh. You're just playing with your gummy. You should eat that. Lord Jaffe says, everyone is talking about Adams. Oh, there you go. You're a natural. You can be my co-pilot any day. Look at this, Tigo. We having a play date. Ben is ready to talk Jets. See, we're going to have to do like toddlers talking Jets at some point. Yeah, you think the Jets are going to win? Yeah. If I say Jets, that's what I'm talking about, kid. Charles, when are we going to discuss that Sauce never makes any plays? It's super frustrating. And right now, I'm in an odd spot of not wanting to pay Sauce a crazy ton of money because he's not causing the turnovers. The teams just avoid him. It's. I'm glad you're having fun. Yeah, look. Oh no, let's not hit the colorful lights over there. Do you want to sit on Daddy's couch? No, you want to take that off? Yeah. Okay, no, we're not gonna play with the buttons. Daddy's got a whole bunch of lights on his setup over here. You just want to touch them. Here, let's hit this button. What does this one do? Jets. I know. It's exciting. You want to sit on Daddy's head? No? It doesn't work like that? just want to hit some buttons. You see, everyone's going to hear what you hit, though. Yeah, see? So there's people watching us. Can you wave? Can you say hello? Hi. See, that's the cutest thing. Little Jets chant. It's great. What's that? Oh, there's another picture of us over there.
Here.
Sauce not having a good year. Yeah, I would say it's just like a continuation of last year, not causing turnovers. We also haven't had many leads to be able to like take advantage of some potential interception opportunities. Hey, you want to go find mommy? No? All right, hey, how about this? Can you get teddy bear? Can you show everyone the Jet teddy bear? No? Okay. All right, let's see how much longer we could do. Just got hit with 3 unskippable ads. Oh, YouTube's a pain in the ass. So sorry about that. I have it set for every 30 minutes, which is the longest duration you can do. Yeah, I know you're very excited. All right, so let's do this. You guys have heard my thoughts. And you've heard Shay's thoughts. So before we go, I do want to show the BetUS lines again. The over-unders. Over-under, 39 points. What do you think?
No.
Over or under?
No.
Under. Shay thinks it's going to be under. Do you think the Steelers win or the Jets win?
Jets win.
Jets win. Okay, Jets win. Shay says take Jets money line and go the under on the points. Get a 150% bonus match on your first deposit up to $2,000 using YouTube 150. This is Jets Talk signing off. Can you say go Jets?
Go Jets.
Just go somewhere else. I can't take this nonsense anymore. How are you going to blame the defense?
I got the power. Screw green bean. Damn it.
But once you get to the sausage, I feel like we're doing something.
Go Jets.
And that's the other part of this, is people are insanely jealous of this show. This show gets the best of the best, and it does a different way, with positivity.
He scores!
Ow, my head. No, come on. What would you give up to see a Jets Super Bowl?
All of my friends and family.
Hit those milk thumbs, boys and girls.
Freeze frame.
Hold on to your underwear, ladies, and stand by, bitches. It's now time for Talking Jets with your hosts, Matt, Ryan, and Green Bean.
Jets.